Atlanta at New Orleans. We talked about it on Sunday night before Dennis Allen was fired. We liked the idea of backing the Saints. The line popped to 3.5 in a lot of places. It's now back down to 3. Um, Home division dogs the last 2 seasons, 40% against the spread. So not a
Killing me.
great,
Killing me.
yeah, not a great spot there. But now are we in for the dead cat bounce? Is the team so thoroughly embarrassed it can rally at home against a Falcons team whose record is just much, much better than its numbers? Can they do it without Chris Olave? Can they do it as a dog off a loss as a 7-point favorite? By the way, since 2003, 60% against the spread for teams in that spot. I mean, look, this to me feels like if we're going contrarian, if we're going to fade the public, if we're going to do everything that is the opposite of what the square thing would be, you take the Saints here.
No brainer, automatic, one of our 5. That's what, like we joked on Sunday night, but this is literally what this show is. It's like we buy low on the lowest of teams, and this is the lowest of teams right now. And you're selling high on the highest of teams in Atlanta. Like we both agree, Atlanta, as good as they've been, they're not that great of a team. Like you can go back and look at a lot of their wins, and it's like they could easily have lost those games. They've just been incredibly fortunate this year, and even if they win this one, it's not going to be by more than 3. Like this to me feels like the very classic whoever wins. I mean, when they played early in the year, what was that? A win by 2, Atlanta on a last second field goal. That
Yeah.
feels right. Like that feels like the exact same kind of scenario here. And Drake London being banged up though is an even bigger deal to me than Olave. Like he's been huge for that team, and especially Kirk on third down this year. So hopefully there's no Drake London, because that would be another big bonus to us, just because I don't think Olave is going to play. And how is that? We already talked about that. How is that not a big deal to
Yeah.
Derek Carr, who's not that good of a quarterback? I can admit that, especially after watching that last game. That Panthers game was brutal. I think at the end of the game it was 4th and 3. Instead of just picking up the first down, he throws a deep 50-50 ball, and it's like that's
I
Derek
feel like
Carr in a
he's done
nutshell.
that. I've
Every time.
we've had so many games in which we were betting the Saints this year, and so we've obviously watched them. And I feel like I've seen Derek Carr make that same shitty
Throw.
fade on a fourth down that ends up being uncatchable probably 3 times.
So here it won't matter because we'll be down by 2 at the time he does it, and we won't even care. We'll get the cover. So this will not be in my money line round robin. This will not be. I won't do that to people because I don't think they're going to win it. I think Atlanta, they have whatever the Saints don't have to win these games close at the end. Atlanta has it, right? Kirk has done it this season in multiple different games. So yeah, this is not what I'm putting too much on the money line, but plus 3.5 now. I'm definitely grabbing this year.
All right, so this was one of the 4 exec decision games I was thinking about.